This is daily flip number 53. It's a little bit warm here in North Carolina today. I guess probably more humidity than anything. It's been raining, sunny, rainy, sunny. It's sunny right now, but the humidity is definitely still around, so I'm sweating quite a bit. But today has been a little bit of a mix between dealership and website. So the dealership side, I've been working on a few things. We had a couple retail repairs today. We did a brake job for a customer and also did a power steering pump and a power steering pressure switch. Been looking over some of the vehicles I got in from the auction last week, which they just came in this week, but I bought them on Friday. So I'll go over a few of those in just a minute, let you know what I've been seeing on those. On the website side, tomorrow is actually the launch of the car flip course. Now, we've launched a couple months ago. It's been awesome to see the people go through the course and go from, starting out not knowing much, if anything, and then to see profit after profit after profit from people inside the group. So I'm excited. Tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow we launch. It's going to be open for 10 days and the doors will close again. So if you have ever considered joining the course, a lot of you have messaged me and been asking, when's it coming, when's it opening? Tomorrow's the day. If you're subscribed to the email list, thecarflip.com's email list, you'll get notified as soon as it's live. You'll be able to jump in as soon as you would like to. But I'll talk more about the course in just a moment as far as what it is, what's involved with it and all. But this is one we got from the auction this week. Everything seems to be good mechanically. I've been driving a good bit in this one. We've got some body damage right here. We also have a little paint work we need right here. The one I guess you could call mechanical thing on this is that the AC system, I guess the blower system isn't working. So when you click the fan up and down, you get nothing. So we've got no fans. We got to figure out why that is. Hopefully it's a fuse, maybe a blower motor, something of that nature. Could be a bad control panel. We'll see on that. We're going to be looking at that tomorrow most likely. This is a 2008 Ford Escape. Actually, everything on this one feels pretty good. I've got a side mirror coming in tomorrow. We'll get that put on. We've got to figure out our ignition. It won't crank unless you push in on the ignition switch, so it should be something pretty simple. This is not Escape. This Equinox is one we need a timing chain that's coming in the mail. Hopefully tomorrow into the end of the week. And then we have a little bit of body damage, which I showed yesterday on the back of this one, about $300 worth probably. Otherwise today we finished up. This is when we started a couple months ago. We're trying to get it done as quick as we could for a customer. He, in the meantime, decided that he was going to move to California, and it wasn't as much of a rush because they couldn't take it with them right away. He's in the military, so it was an optional assignment, and he took it. So he said, hey, I know you've been hustling, but no rush now. I'm not going to be back for a year. So we kind of put it on the back burner. We got the tires mounted today for him. We've got tire equipment now, so we've been waiting on that tire equipment to be set up so we could keep this in-house. But otherwise, this one's pretty much good to go. It needs an alignment, and I'm trying to think, that's about it really, just the alignment. Our Honda Odyssey, hopefully tomorrow we get the bumper mounted on the front. We've been kind of putting that off. We've had other things going on. We got to get it inside, put it on the lift just so it's easier to see everything. We'll get the bumper installed. And then otherwise there's a Chrysler Pacifica on the inside. My detail guy is going to hate me because it's like one of the dirtiest ones I think I've ever had. Our mechanical problem is a motor mount, which isn't that big a deal on these. I think I actually have them, so my mechanics can double check in the morning just to make sure we have it in stock. Otherwise I'll order that from Amazon or eBay. What else? The Jeep Wrangler over here is pretty much good to go. Friday I attempted to drive it home. I got about 5 miles up the road and thought I smelled coolant. I pulled over and I definitely smelled coolant because all of it had basically dropped out the bottom. We had a hose that had split, one of the heater hoses. The coolant hoses had split, so we just fixed that a moment ago. I'm gonna drive this tonight and see if everything feels okay. Hopefully we can have this out for sale soon. Otherwise, our front line is pretty much the same as it was last week. I have a potential buyer coming on Thursday to look at the Fusion. He's taking it to a shop up the road to have them do a pre-inspection. So that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not the biggest fan of those. He's a guy I know pretty well, so I'm not worried about it. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. On the course side, I told you I'd mention more about it. A lot of folks, hear the idea of a course and they get excited, but then they wonder, well, what's in it? What is this course? What can I learn from it? There's 4 basic facets to the course. There's the course itself, there's what you're gonna learn, what you can learn. There's everything I know, or everything that I could at least think to put inside the course, kind of download it from my brain into video form so you can view it at your own pace inside the course. There are the live calls, so this is basically a live monthly call that anyone inside the course can join in on. So whether or not we have several or there's just a few, if you have a question that you've been going through the course and you think, what about this? Or maybe you have a flip currently and you have some questions or need some guidance on it, that's a live call that you can interact with me and we can get to the bottom of the issues that you're having. There's also the Facebook community. If you're part of the larger Facebook group, the Car Flip group, it's like 3,000 people now. 3,000 is a really big number. I'm only one person. It's really hard for me to keep track of everybody in there. So sometimes people ask a question, and especially if I don't get tagged, I a lot of times never see it. And so I hate that I can't keep up with everyone there. But for the members of this group, it's a more intimate group. It's, you know, a place where if you post something, I'm gonna see it. And so I can respond to you directly there, whether it's, you know, via text, you know, I can actually type in on my phone a question, or if I pull out my camera like this, record an answer and answer that way. It's something where I can answer a lot faster than I can, say, in the big group, because I might not ever see it there. Then there's also the template section, which is basically, for example, we may do a template on this Jeep. A template would be more involved than what I'm gonna do right now, but it would be telling you what I paid for it. I paid $5,000. What I had to do to it, I had to put an engine, I just had to put a hose, I had to detail it, this and that. And I would add up those numbers and say, I paid $5,000, had to invest $1,800 for an engine, there was $200 for this, $300 for that, and we'd have a number that I have invested. Then there would be my projected sales price, which would, you know, subtract what I have invested from the projected sales price, would give you my projected profit. That way, if you're ever looking on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace and you see a 2008 Jeep Wrangler with similar miles, you would at least have a baseline to say, okay, Justin had one for this amount, he bought it for this, he thinks he can sell it for that, or sometimes I'll even come behind and say I did sell it for this. And so you could use that as a template to base your flips on. So that's just the extra section that we added that I thought would be helpful for a lot of people as they try to get the hang of this, trying to learn the ropes, seeing what someone else is doing like myself, hopefully will be helpful for you. So that's the template section there. But the course goes live tomorrow. If you're on the email list, like I said, you'll see it. We might even do a video announcement tomorrow on YouTube. We will see. But that's the course. That's what's launching tomorrow. I've had several of you let me know that you're going to be signing up, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see you guys on the inside. Otherwise, I'm about to head home, finish up the evening. I think I'm watching the Warriors-Rockets game tonight, so go Warriors. We'll hope to see them win tonight, at least I will. Otherwise, you guys have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.